Welcome back, everybody, to another installment of this totally worth my time endeavor of soloing all of these Night Lords without dying. Last episode, we took down a gummy bear and the literal embodiment of evil. So, you know, I'm a bit exhausted. So I hope these next two aren't as bad, you know?
What?
But about our next two bosses, those being Fulghor, who is pretty much just bullet hell for the entire fight, and Caligo, who is an ice dragon with the greatest soundtrack I've heard in my entire life. These guys, difficulty-wise, are a major scale up from the last several, excluding Libra, that fucking psychopath. So we're gonna have to lock in. And our first boss up on the chopping block is Fulghor, who is a centaur whose whole gimmick is that it will always be his turn. Yeah, his weakness is lightning, which, like Augur, you can use the lightning to stagger him out of his like big AoE attacks, and it leaves this like static effect on him that does damage, so we're looking to hit those. And then after him, we have Caligo, who is an ice dragon whose whole gimmick is, well, ice. What else did you expect? Flippin' twit! Her weakness is fire, which just gives her a debuff, where she takes and deals less damage for a bit of time, so looking to hit that as well. I split these runs between Mr. Perry for the Centaur and John Elden Ring for the Dragon, because if you want me to be real with you, how the fuck am I parrying that? So without further ado, let's go ahead and prepare for whatever Miyazaki has planned for me. Alright, day one started off. I run through the castle and get some stuff to help guarding and FP cost. After that, I grab a talisman bug who gives me Great Shield Talisman, which boosts guarding resistance by 20%, so hooray, goaded early find. Then I take the lift up to an Everjail where a Godskin apostle is, so you know this shit finna be personal. I'ma beat the fuck out of you.
You ain't doing shit to me.
You ain't gonna do shit.
After cooking him, I grab some stuff from a world chest, and then one of my boys just says some preposterous shit.
Bill Cosby's son or Cardi B daughter.
Police! Help!
Kill me.
Can I die?
No.
Damn it.
So after whatever that was, I pick up a Crimson Amber medallion and a flask from this church. Then after that, I pass through castle to a merchant and stop and grab to make my sword +1, but nothing else of use here though. After that next stop is this lightning camp where I ore farm on a bunch of randos, and then I get poise up by 25%. So along with the weapons and the talisman, I quite literally might be Iron Body for this run. Then after that, I almost die to a bunch of nerds without even realizing, which I get another damage negation for guarding from that, so Fulghor is fucking cooked. Circle's closing, so again, I check this merchant over here one more time, but I ain't got the funds for anything substantial, so I'm gonna have to pass again. Alright, day one coming to a close, let's get to squabbling. Is there an enemy I'm missing?
Please don't tell me this run bugged out.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
I was like, this is such a decent run, I really don't want to start this shit over. Why is the boss not spawning? I'm gonna run out the storm and see if it does anything. Okay, it's just spawning the boss. Alright, ending night one at level 8, and not a bad setup, but for this boss, we're definitely gonna have to get a bit more if we're hoping to not get put on a fucking t-shirt. Besides, I got a +1 sword and my talismans are promising, so let's head into day 2 and see if we can power up some more. Day 2 starts off, and I run over to beat up this tree for reasons. Don't ask. He draws me improved dodging and gets me up a level, then after him, I find him. But hey, Mama ain't raised no bitch, so we squabble. I get a decent FP cost reduction from Horseboy over there, so yay. Then after that, I run through Castle and then start the boss gauntlet. First, the Lion, who gives me a poise up buff. The Lion does not concern himself with weaklings. Downstairs had a bell-bearing hunter.
Oh my god, corny.
4 guarding buffs, though. No, you're being excessive. The Talisman chest had Crimson Seed Talisman, so the flask issue is now pretty much a non-issue now. After finishing up at Castle, I run down to the lake near the south and fight a giant tree penis on fire. You cannot convince me otherwise that what I just described is not a tree spirit. Loot-wise, he gives me a cool sword, I guess. That's about it. Day 2 is ending, and it looks like the boss finna be a lame one, so let's get this shit over with. Yeah, no, Dragonkin Soldier. Okay. Fuck that, man. They be moving around too much. I think that annoying. 414? Yeah. Not a great start.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Just relax me on my head. Sometimes the parry doesn't even count when it goes over my head.
Like a butt naked.
Real. And I can just be going over my head.
medium heal. Okay.
You touch my important pistol, please.
I mean, if you say so, I'll do
You
that.
have anything to say for yourself?
I don't want to hear from you. Fucking. At a loss for words too.
I don't think you're-
Spoken like a true fucking.
But yes, I don't think you're saying this shit.
That's rich coming from you.
And it
No,
doesn't seem
it's
like I heard
not.
this guy. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm fine, just do it.
Nice.
I'll find him.
Get that guy a map, he's lost!
Who goes there?
What's up, Fresh? You just missed me absolutely frying this dude. I just put this boss in a pack.
Woo! 0 heals had me a bit scared there.
But we did get one out of the 2 bosses knocked over, and now it's time to tackle the other one being Caligo. And remembering her weakness being fire, I run a setup with the Gladius Relic, some fire power buffs, and the little like grapple slash thing that Wilder has. Speaking of Wilder, I did swap him for this run for the ult, and plus, again, how am I parrying that? So with our build setup, let's go get to dragon slaying, don't we? Starting day 1 off, I run down this hill to a fire camp, and after completely exploiting these chariots, I get a rapier that gives me fire attack power. Then after that, I turn my sword +1 at the merchant, and then jump over the side to an Everjail below the camp. And the Everjail tries to jump me, but I simply blow them the fuck up. I'd grab the money, but I go for affinity attack up, because this dragon's health pool is a steep hill, and we need all the fucking fire damage we can get. After the Everjail, I run to the small castle to get some levels, because my ass is still level 4 and first circle is already closing, so I gotta compensate this 2-pack of ass start. Ritual shield weapon out of it though, so
Hooray!
run past castle and find a walking mausoleum, which is one of the several world events that can happen, and this one allows you to duplicate a weapon. So I dupe my sword to have double flame swords in this bitch. Then after that, I run to a normal camp where I get even more affinity attack up. Oh yeah. Do another normal camp again. Yeah, there was 2. Where this time I get affinity damage negation, which is going to be solid because magic damage correlates to frost damage. Circle is fully closing now, so let's go shit on whoever this boss is.
that's it. I'm sitting there wondering, I was like, where's my sword?
I don't know if I'm kind of mad that Nightreign or just Elden Ring in general kind of forgot. Holy weapons are supposed to insta-kill undead enemies. That just don't happen for these niggas. I don't know how I feel about that. Why do these niggas get to break the rules? I don't think that's fair. That's fair at all.
Why do I get staggered? You were a regular dude. You were little Timmy. Why do you stagger a loop to me? Lord. Lame ass boss.
Alright, night 1 over, and loot-wise, nothing is really different from what I told y'all already. And level-wise, I got to level 9, so it's still a decent-looking run. I was hoping for 10, but I'll take 9. And without anything to add on, let's just get to day 2 then, because I'm not sitting here yapping. I start things off by running through these caves to +2 both of my swords. I get my stone from this cave, and as I exit, I find Misbegotten just chilling, so I deal with him. I get a buff to my stance breaking by 10%, so with the double sword setup, we gonna be cooking. I run through the next cave right next to it and get my second +2 stone, come up the other side, climb up the cliff, and then find a draconic tree sentinel. Wait. I'm wilder. I get a shield out of it that boosts double armaments by 13%, so even more to add on to the double sword setup. I do see Libra at the edge of circle, so just to show that our beef is eternal, I blow him the fuck up for no reason. Bullying the goat man aside, I turn my swords +2 at this merchant and then run to the top of main castle, where actually to my surprise, again, an Erdtree avatar is just chilling, so you know what's gonna happen.
Sorry, what?
You see when you're asleep.
Pretty much nothing from the tree, by the way. Yeah, I know, me too. Drop to the lion below, who also does not give me anything. What the fuck is up with this castle? Underneath had a bell-bearing hunter who I get half health before I gotta leave due to storm closing. Got hoed, by the way. And with circle closing, let's see who we gotta bang up.
Or it's not dog shit.
Felt like really good. There's multiple weapons I wanted to pick up during the time I was playing that game. Simply just because of, everything felt pretty decent.
Oh,
Charged sword or where? Yeah. Oh my goodness, that shit, holy shit, that shit felt great, nigga. Especially charging up all 3 vials and then putting that bitch into rev mode. Oh my. Supercharging that charge axe, my nigga. And that shit feels like crack, nigga. That shit feels like crack. You don't sound. Use the hospital bed. And I'm like, no, 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 nigga, no. Up to his ghost in slow-mo.
Oh, okay. There. This is straight butt stuff.
You know, niggas who had a good 1 year run. What the fuck happened to Nickelback?
Good question.
They were bad.